2007 Ford Freestyle, changing the AC compressor, accumulator, expansion valve. AC compressor is located, you can see it, it's down. This is the fitting that you can see. Really show it to you, but that's the AC compressor. You see the fitting. So when you take this, when you do this job, take the fitting here that you can see me pointing at, take that bolt out. That's about the only work you'll do from the top. Other than evacing it. Yeah, check this out. The service ports on this thing, the high side's right here, right in front of the washer fluid bottle. It sticks up, it's real obvious. The low side's very hard to find now. See this hose here, this hose in my hand? The low side is actually, follow the hose. It goes way back and down. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, see it connected there to that line, so the line goes into the firewall. It's pretty hard to find, but if you watch this video, there you go. There it is. You don't have to look for it. I already did the looking. So there you go. Like I said, pretty much all the work's at the bottom. That compressor's so low, you just want to jack it up, and that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll show you what it looks like from the bottom. I even have already jacked it up. I noticed the expansion valve is back here on this firewall. It's dug in pretty deep too, kind of unusually. Usually you're sticking out a little further. That one's smashed in there pretty good. No worries though, we'll get her taken care of. But I did discover that instead of taking this big old intake manifold off and getting to it, because obviously you can't get to it because there's only a little half-inch crack between, or maybe an inch and 3/4 between the back wall. I mean, we could take this support bracket off and then we'll have more room, but then you still got to lean over the entire engine and get your hands back there, and that's not cool. So I checked it out from underneath, and I'll show you. There's plenty of room to get at that expansion valve from the bottom. So I'm going to jack this car up and then show you what it looks like from the bottom, folks. Thank you for watching. Alright, back here with this Ford Freestyle. The accumulator, when you change that, if you do change that, accumulator looks like this. It's a can. I guess you can see that compared to my hand. I don't know. I do have, whatever. The can is about the size of a can of beans or whatever, you know, vegetables. Has one hose coming off it that goes down to the condenser. So it's located under the headlight down there. So if you want to know, boom, there it is. And that's where it goes down there. Actually, to take the compressor out, I said that we're going to do the work from the bottom. Now, I actually took the radiator fan out, as you can see. I took the radiator fan out, and then I was able to get at the compressor bolts. The compressor this one has 2 studs and 2 bolts. I recommend that you take the studs out first, take the nuts off the studs, then use a 5mm ratchet, and take the studs out, and then take the bolts out, and then it'll come out. And as far as the expansion valve, I took that crossbar support that bolts into here and here, and then it bolts into this mount here. I took this one bolt out in between that mount, and then there's 2 bolts out there. Took that cross support out, and then I had plenty of room to get an expansion valve. So the expansion valve, you take the 1 bolt off in the center, which is 8mm, and then the 2 bolts that hold the expansion valve in are Torx T25, star. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a star bit, whatever, Torx bit T25. So use that and you'll be able to get the expansion valve out of there. I'm going to flush the system. I'm going to flush the evaporator there, and I'm going to flush the condenser, and I'm putting all the rest of the parts new. I'm going to flush the lines, of course. So this system is going to be fresh and up and running for this good man, Bill Fink. Sorry folks, I'll shoot the video and go over the final things when I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and put this thing back together.